Hello everybody, Ian Robson, welcome back to Emerald Coast, USA. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. First of all, I was using this cultivator and it's too small. We need to upgrade. Using this guy here, it's only 12 meters wide, which is huge in real life, but in this game it feels small. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade. I think, should we go to the Bednar or just go straight to the flex coil? Our tractor right now should have enough to go to either. Those are 15. That's 12. And that one is 15 as well. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go up to the big one right now, I guess. Our tractor should be able to handle this. Let's just double check to see what the tractor is at in terms of horsepower. That one is 560, so theoretically that should have enough. 620 on that one, which should be more than enough as well. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's go ahead and pick that up. We'll just go ahead and buy it because $186,000 isn't very much in this game. In real life, not so much. Also, you may notice that I have my head is moving around. That is because I have TrackIR set up here at the moment. We're just going to leave this there for the time being. So I have TrackIR, and I've hooked it up to this game as well to see what it was like in comparison. It's a little strange backing up, I'm not gonna lie to you, because before, let's see if I can get this here. There we go. Before, what I would use is I would just use the keyboard steering mod. What would happen is when I moved my steering wheel, my camera would rotate and it would just turn backwards when I was backing up. So it made my life pretty easy actually. But now I have to kind of like contortion my head backwards and still, so that's looking all the way back. But I have to like turn my head, I don't know how many degrees that would be, more than 45 degrees. I guess, no, more than 90 degrees I guess. So I suppose I could probably tune it down a little bit so it's not so big of a turn on my head, but just I have it set up for the default right now, so I haven't done anything too crazy yet. But it is it was pretty easy to set up actually. All I did was turn it on. Otherwise it's pretty good, so good. Anyways, we did start already cultivating this field a while ago here. We're going to go ahead and continue the cultivation. I don't believe... Okay, we do own that field, so I have to be careful about that. So we did start on this field already with our 12 meter wide cultivator. And this is double the width basically, so theoretically it should take half the time. Alright, let's go ahead and get lined up over here. And where should we start? I guess here's as good a place as any. Let's get lined up there. And let's change the offset so we're at 0 once again. There we go. And so I guess I'll turn around here and watch it unfold. Good. It's kind of an interesting experience in Farm Sim. It's smoother than I thought it was going to be, actually. Let's go ahead and lower it down. Now we're good. This tractor has 620 horsepower, so it shouldn't have any problem pulling this. I thought it went... there we go. We'll just do a little bit of overlap here to start off with. And it's funny. You could tell when I'm leaning on one side or the other side, or if I adjust. Now it's kind of bizarre because I'll lean like this on the one armrest, but you could totally tell I'm doing that now, which is kind of funny actually. So, anyways, yeah, it's a very different experience. So when you're outside the cab like this, TrackIR doesn't do anything, so you still have to use your mouse when you're outside, which makes sense really. But when you're inside the cab, then you can like look around, you can see what's going down. You can actually lean forward too, which is interesting. And kind of look at the the monitors and everything too. So let's go ahead and take a turn here. There we go. We're just going to leave that. So the turns is what I wasn't sure about on this one. Oh, that's no problem then. As you can see, we missed a little bit of barley, I think it was. I'm not too worried about it. We have lots. So again, this is helping us put our extra layer of fertilization down basically. So we're in early autumn. So if I want to plant something else, we'll do this. I've actually seen quite a few people in real life do a little bit of fall tillage right now, because now's the time to do it basically here in Ontario. If you've got your beans off already, a lot of people are tilling and they're putting wheat in after that. So we'll have to see how that works out for those people. So the problem I guess some people may run into is if they don't get the wheat or barley. Well, it's going to be wheat. Nobody puts barley in around here. Well, very few people do, at least. So they're going to put the wheat in for winter wheat, and then assuming everything goes well, it shouldn't be a big problem, but you never know. All right, taking our turn here. Now, even on the turn, it's not so bad, actually. I thought it'd slow down more than that, but it's not so bad. As you can see, with 24 meters, we don't have to skip a row at all either, which is nice. You can just go straight into the turn, which is very nice. And I don't think... it's funny, I just grabbed my mouse because I want to look around, but I don't really need to now. It's kind of interesting. I don't know what happens if I move my mouse. So nothing happens if you move your mouse now. That's kind of interesting, actually. So, yeah, that's a nice little setup there, actually. Let's go ahead and get a quick screenshot of that. Turn that off, that off. And then we'll turn this off real quick. Gotta love the screenshots there. Oh, is that not on? Oh, it's on. Wonder why it's not making the sound. Anyways. Good. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, actually. I imagine for... well, let's try some loader work, actually. I don't think the higher work is going to do a very good job right now. To be completely honest with you. What field is this here? Field 5. Alright, so... let's go for here. Field work. Field 5. Let's go ahead and just make a quick turn here. Although my GPS is not on apparently. It's quite obvious now. Field 5. And let's just have it set up for... let's just see. And let's set it up for one of these corners here. And we'll just have it set up for, let's say, 2 headlands. Smooth headlands, sure. Turn headlands. I'm not sure what the difference there is. And starting from the current vehicle position, yes. Return to the first point, yes. And start from right here. Do the headlands and go up and down. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Let's back up here a little bit. There we are. First waypoint. It's gonna do its thing there. Nope. We need this guy here. Need to get him off the field. There we go. Might as well take the path over here. Perfect. Take this back to the farm. And we'll try a little bit of loader work here. It's funny, I realized that just because you have TrackIR or anything like that doesn't mean you're a better driver at all. Just means you can look around more and notice more things and try not to hit more things, I guess. Did that field 2 also need fertilization? Let's see, field 2 looks like it did. I don't know if I actually got that field fertilized or not. It has 1 stage of fertilization, so maybe I did. Oh, yeah, it looks like I did. Alright, well, it's going to leave this here for the time being then. There we go. Let's see if we can get some loader work. I'm pretty sure I have a loader somewhere. Nope. Nope. Okay, here's the JCB. This is the wheel loader. What do we have on the front of this right now? Nothing, apparently. And I think I have a telehandler as well somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and just try this out because I'm kind of curious now. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of loader work with TrackIR and to see how well it works together, because I am curious now. I put my it is all over here on the side. Our cows are doing well. We don't have very many cows anyways. How many cows do we even have? Like 4? 4. Exactly 4. Apparently need some grass, hay pellets. That's the sheep, never mind. We have 7 cows. They need some silage, hay pellets, or straw. Perfect. This gives us a good opportunity to give them some straw. So, our straw is over here. And let's go ahead and just go in from the side here. Watch out for that right there. And let's back up here a little bit. And I don't know if you can actually. Oh, you can kind of do that. There we go. You can kind of like look forward. That's what I was kind of curious about, whether or not you could kind of look forward to see how close you were to something, or if you could actually or if you could actually kind of like look down at the forks, for example. Oh, I always forget where straw goes. I think it's in here. Where does the straw go? I forget now. We'll just try in here real quick. No. I can't remember. Where's the... Oh, there's the entrance over there. So, I think if memory serves now, it's in the other building. We have the choice of the one we were just in and this one over here. And I think you can give the straw over here. I always forget where it actually goes. Looks like I need to feed the animals more often so I can actually remember these things. I'm pretty sure it's over here though. Alright. Oh, maybe it's not over here. I could have sworn it was. Now I just forget. It's funny because Country Gaming's told me like a couple times now. Oh, no, that was the right spot. Whew, thank goodness. I'm making an ass of myself again. There we go. So now they give some straw. So yeah, I guess that's not too bad actually, I guess. What I'll do is I'll just leave this bale here. So that I remember where it actually goes. And just leave it under the covering. Just Z to unlock. There we go. Oh, apparently we're stuck in the mud there. I don't know what we're stuck on, but apparently we're stuck in the mud here. There we go. It's not obvious on those tires over there. But on this tire over here, you can see I'm like I'm in a hole, but it's not completely obvious by the way it looks. So there you go. Apparently if it's been raining, that's when you'll notice that a lot more apparently. So there you go. So front loader work's not so bad. I feel like I should get a VGA fired up just to give it a good thorough test, I suppose. But you can kind of like look around like this, which is nice, and do this, which is kind of nice sometimes. So alright, let's go ahead and turn over here. And just park it back in here. That doesn't look right at all. This is just a vanilla one, so. And this is where the mirrors would probably come into play. There we go. Leave that there. So there you go. The loader work's not too bad actually. So excellent. There you go. That's the loader work on that. That works surprisingly well. Let's see how far along you are. Well, you're on pass number 2, which is good. Gonna leave a little bit of corners. I wonder what happens if I set it to turn as opposed to what I did there. So it would be interesting to see what would be the difference. Maybe it would get the corners all together. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and well, we can look right back into the bin there. Let's move this out of the way. There we go. Doesn't make a sound though. Usually it'll make like a sound when you're opening or I should say when you're opening's the wrong word. Moving out your auger and moving it back in, and it makes like a sound like zzz, like the hydraulics are working or something, but didn't that time. That's fine. We can close that out. Open that up. Put the there. Lower it down. Interesting little fact, I've actually seen quite a few MacDon headers out and about lately, which I'm kind of surprised about. Normally you don't see, well, I didn't think there would be a lot around, but there's quite a few in my area. Of course, because MacDon, I believe they would have, they would be able to have, you know, adjustments or connections, I guess would be the right word, for John Deere or Case combines or Fendt or whatever it happens to be. Sure, they can make it attached to just about anything they wanted it to. Do we own that field too? It looks like we do. Alright, let's go take a look over here. I think we own this field here. It looks like it needs to be harvested as well. What is that? Barley again? Wheat? Canola? Soybeans it looks like actually. Are they ready to go? Let's take a look. Ready to harvest. 4 is indeed ready to harvest. Good. So we could just go ahead and start there. It's a small field. Let's make a turn here. Open that up again. I guess you could kind of like lean out the window and look if you needed to, I suppose. So this is where maybe leaning forward might be nice. Let's see if we can do this. This is one thing you couldn't do with keyboard steering mod, I suppose. No, not quite. There we go. And let's unfold that, or I should say fold it back up. There we go. Interesting little fact though about the well, interesting little fact, I keep saying that. Interesting little thing about the MacDon headers is I've seen a couple of MacDon headers with like green around them, so I guess they've kind of so they match the John Deere combines. Alright. Let's get started here. Well, we'll just probably do maybe a headland, then I probably would have to get to work, to be honest with you. There we go. It's interesting though, because you kind of, it's nice because you can just look there and make sure you're cutting the edge, and then you can kind of look away. Before it was kind of like a more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more going on, I guess, might be the best way to say it. Like you had to, more involved, I guess. It's more natural this way, I suppose, but the one thing is you do get the head movements a lot, so I don't know. I'm not sure how some people, someone might say you move your head too much, which is entirely possible. Which is one of the things I'm starting to realize now, because like as I look around and I'm like, I'll be like driving in ATS, and normally I just kind of like look there, but now if I turn my head and look in that direction too, you know, whatever you're looking at with your head basically is the same what you're looking at in the game, which is kind of neat. But more than once now I've been like, oh, what's that? And then driven into something. So, speaking of ATS, actually, today is the day that Oregon comes out. There we go. For me, it doesn't come out for another 4 hours yet, so I will be at work when it comes out. I know some people already have an early copy of it. Like I said, Jeff Aviano has a copy of it already. I think Daggerwin has a copy. I don't know who else does. I didn't watch any of Daggerwin's video. I just watched Jeff Aviano's videos because I like what he does in his ATS videos. And but it's funny. It's the only. I guess I do watch some of the iRacing, but not often. Every now and then I will. But I'll have to try some other racing games with this to see how it works out. See if it's better or worse. So there we go. Let's get that headland done there. I could probably just hire a worker now. It'd be fine. Yeah, let's just do that. And then he'll be able to sort that out. Okay, we need... I guess we will need that eventually. But it's not the tractor I want. Neither is that. Neither is that. Which tractor is it? I guess it's one of the big ones. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just drive back to the farm. I'm just going to take this back roadway, which kind of goes back to the farm as well. At least I seem to recall it doing that, so. I don't know if you'd actually use a tractor for this. Probably not. Because most likely if you're doing this, you were going back to the back of farm. What's that? I think it's for the pigs. Like most likely if you're using a tractor, you're not, you know, carting would be the English term at least, because then you'd end up going on the road and end up wearing out the tracks more. Of course, in this game, it really makes no difference at all, but in real life, it definitely does. All right, here's the airfield over here. Oh, it's these fields, right? This is the field where I don't have. There's no path between the two, right? Whoa, what are you doing, Combine? You're like missing a whole section there. I remember why I was going the other way. That's the reason why right there. Let's go ahead and drop this wheat off here. It looks like you can still, I don't know, maybe you can. Alright, let's go ahead and unload. I think this will be the last order of business for me today, folks, because it is 6:53 and I need to leave for work at 7, so. There we go. Let's go ahead and unload. That's me looking at a button, which has become apparent now. I don't know. I should have the buttons like further away from me so I can just look at them without having to turn my head down to see which button's which. Because like right now, for example, I'm looking at my side panel. Good. Now let's take this back to the field actually. There's no way to get up there. It's bizarre that they made you go all the way around and out. I don't know. I never understood the reason why some people made farms like certain ways. Now, in some cases, of course, it's because that's the way the farm is in real life. But if I were the farmer in real life, I would take out the bushes and just make a short little path between the two instead of going all the way around like I just did right now. It's not that far, really, but it still makes me go like, why would you do that? Alright, let's go ahead and get the rest of this wheat that's in here. Good. Didn't realize that tractor would need to be on, but whatever. What kind of angle you're working at here? Well, as long as you don't miss another huge swath, it'll be okay, I guess. So, anyways, folks, that'll be it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed. My name's Iain Robson. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Farm Simulator 2017. And soon, Farm Sim 19. I'll catch you guys later.